Hello, the House of Tarot YouTube followers. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a reading on what do they think of me? What are they thinking? What's on their mind? Please take what resonates. Welcome to the reading. Hope everyone is doing well. This is a timeless reading for when you find it, what they are thinking of you, where has things gone, what is the vibe, what's going on. We're going to go ahead and get started. So let's find out what was their first impression of you? What was the initial perceived feeling, idea? Okay, we have the King of Swords. I feel like they saw you as somebody very meticulous, very careful. I feel they felt the need to approach you very carefully. You weren't just somebody that they can use their old tricks with. I feel like they really had to kind of dot the I's and cross the T's to even be able to approach you. I feel they were careful. They kind of studied you for a while. So whoever this may be, if this is somebody you possibly work with or something, I feel like they approached the situation very carefully. So there might even be something involved, like if one of you were married before or married at the time. I feel this is a feeling of being very careful, very meticulous how they were going to approach the situation. I feel they thought of you as somebody that they couldn't just kind of use old tricks with, use old games, use things that they've perceived would work with anybody. I feel that you were somebody very special to them, very special in the way they handled the situation, because they possibly felt that you were somebody long-term. Once they met you, their first impression was, this is somebody I could be with, this is somebody I had to take care of, this is somebody I can't just be my raw self with, in a way of their darkness. I'm seeing their dark side. They didn't feel comfortable even showing their dark side. They felt like they had to really kind of step up their game to even be in your presence, to even talk to you, to kind of put something out there like this. So I see you as somebody very special to them, very unique, very precious is what I'm getting. So what other insights can we get on this meeting? This reveals how they initially perceived you. Okay, we're going to take a couple tea leaves. How did they initially perceive you? We have a shield. You need to defend yourself. So I feel like they were protective of you, protective of even approaching you, talking to you. Right away you gave off a vibe that they wanted to protect you, and I'm feeling you possibly attracted somebody very masculine, very hero orientated, very protective, very willing to step up to very masculine moments. We also have a bag, something important, such as a new job or raise. I'm not sure. Some of you also met at your job. Some of you met at workplace or having to do with workplace, even traveling for work. If some of you were out traveling for work and you always talk to this person over the phone, and finally you guys met at some point, I feel this was a very careful meeting. We also have a fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So this could be the person for some of you. Somebody fair, somebody with light complexion, light hair, just things like that. That could be the person some of you are thinking about. We have an angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Again, I'm feeling protector, like some kind of protector, some kind of very masculine person that wanted to take on this masculine role. So I'm not sure if they also see you as somebody very feminine, because it's the yin and the yang that would attract such a masculine person. So I feel like you might be a very feminine person. You wear a lot of light colors for some of you. Or you just have this really sweet voice. I'm hearing some of you just have this really sweet voice, this gentleness about you, gentle smell, things like that. We have an older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So for some of you, we're thinking about an older man. This reading could entail an older man, a fair man. This could be the same for both. And let's see, we have an ear, good news. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. We're gonna take out our tarot for the rest of the reading. So what's the current thoughts about you now? What are they thinking now? We have the first impressions. We have a kind of viewpoint. What's going on now? I feel they see you as a hard worker. I feel like they're wanting to help you with what you're going through. I feel like you're carrying a big load and they want to help relieve that load. So if some of you are going through really complicated times. I don't know why. I feel like some of you might even be married for some reason. Some of you are in a relationship and you're going through a hard time. This is very specific for maybe one person I'm reading out there, but some of you may be going through this hard time and somebody wants to help you. Somebody sees that you should not be going through this hard time. They want to relieve you of some of the stress. They want to relieve you of some of the baggage that you're carrying. Something that they can relieve you. I feel like they have it, so why not? So I feel like they have to give whatever they're offering you. So whether some of you feel like, no, I need to do this alone. I need to be alone while I do this. I need to go through this alone. I feel like you don't have to. If this person's truly offering, the spirit wants you to know somebody truly has it to give and they truly just want to help you. I'm feeling this very hero vibe, protector vibe. They don't want to see you struggle. They don't feel like you have to struggle. I feel like they have the resources or whatever it may be. They have it with them. They have it in them to be able to help you. So their perception could be wanting to protect you, help you. They see you, they hear you, they see what you're going through, things like that. Let's take out another card. Let's see how they feel about you emotionally. What's their emotional response? And we have one. We have the King of Cups and we had the King of Swords earlier. I feel like they have a lot of respect for you. They have a lot of admiration. I feel they put you on a pedestal. They adore you. They're very emotionally interested in you. Like their heart is out there. Emotionally, they're in it. This is an emotional reading with the cups. So their heart is in it. They're ready to open up. They're ready to be emotional with you. They're ready to kind of have these deep conversations. Even if they turn dark, I feel like they're ready for what you have. They're ready to put it all out there. So if some of you may be dealing with an older man, I feel like they're grounded. They're in their essence. They've probably already lived through a lot. They're ready to really take care of somebody, be with somebody, enjoy somebody, adore somebody. So I feel like emotionally they have this really good emotional attachment to you already. I feel like you make them feel seen as well. You make them feel heard. And I feel it's a very calm relationship. So it might be different than what some of you might be used to. I'm not sure. I'm getting the vibe that some of you are used to more like active or something. And this is a very calm relationship. Like the person really puts themselves out there. They kind of book you for the night. They book you for the weekend. They know how to really wine and dine you. They're mature. They have a good spirit about them. So I'm seeing a lot of that. Let's move on. Let's see what they admire about you. Qualities that they respect, that they admire, admiration for you. Let's see their admiration for our dear listener. What do they admire about our dear listener? We're going to take this bottom card. And again, I see this like kind of working and being quiet with what you do. I feel like you kind of do these beautiful things. You have a lot of things to display. We have the 8 of Cups and more emotional energy. And I feel like you kind of just leave it, and the way that you present things, I feel whatever you're doing, you have this really beautiful way of presentation, even presentation with yourself, the way you yourself present yourself. I feel it's very admirable in a world that it's very different right now. I feel like you have some qualities that they can admire and respect and enjoy and kind of show off in a sense. I feel like they like to show it off. They like to tell people about you, who you are. They have this admiration of the things that you do. So whatever you're doing, if you find that it's not even important work or it's not such a big deal, I feel like this person does have this admiration for you for what you're doing, whatever it may be. I feel like you definitely are very meticulous with either your work or your appearance or the way you present yourself. I see you could be a very refined person, very beautiful person. I feel like the whole package is something that they admire. Just something that's very unique in this day and age, the way you even present yourself on social media or how you kind of work your social medias and things like that. I'm not sure why I'm seeing social media, but how you present your qualities of your page. I feel like you have the right photos that really attract them towards you, or the right setup of some sort. So I'm seeing some sort of setup as a beautiful admiration that they have towards you. Let's see what else. What is misunderstood about you by this person? What do they miss? Ooh, we're getting quite a lot. So I might just go for it. These all fell out as we're asking the question. So we're going to highlight some of the areas of miscommunication. So let's see what we got here. We have a lot of communication coming. So maybe a lot of things being said at once that don't always make sense. It's kind of just like way too much being said, way too much information, way too much. So a misunderstanding is how things kind of are said and why they're said, and the timing. I'm seeing timing is a problem with when things are kind of brought up. So there's a timing issue, and just the way everything comes in at once, like everything is brought up at once. So this could lead to a lot of miscommunications that it's not brought up at the time. I feel like things can often be saved, and then boom, it just gets hit all at once, and it's really complicated at that time to really kind of narrow down, okay, well, what's really bothering this person, or what's really bothering her, him, whoever I'm reading for. They can't like find the time to, they can't find the way to communicate with you and really kind of narrow things down, because it's all at once. It's all out there. I'm seeing like everything just kind of rushes in. It's like boom, like they just kind of feel like they get hit, and this leads to so many misunderstandings. It could lead to arguments, just things like that. What else? Okay, some kind of habit. We have death card and temperance. So kind of being fair. Miscommunications is about being fair. Maybe some of us always want our way or something like that, and they want it to be more leveled, more fair. And also a habit that is kind of misunderstood about you, some kind of habit that you may know what it could be. I can't see or hear anything at the moment what this habit could be, but some sort of habit that's definitely being misunderstood about you. And I feel like some of you may know just something that they might not completely know, or they kind of catch you at the bad time. Kind of a habit that I'm seeing is that you possibly crave like this one restaurant. You might have it weekly, and they kind of see you as that person that eats like that rotten food or something. But it's like, no, it's just like kind of a craving I do monthly, or something I do with my friends, or you have kind of more of an emotional attachment to it. So it's some sort of misunderstanding of a habit that they kind of find you at the bad time, that you may be doing it, or you may like have done it at that day, or something that they always feel like that's the thing. Or I feel like the miscommunication and the way everything comes at once, that kind of leads them to feel a feeling that you feel very misunderstood, very mistaken. I feel like they want more balance, something about you. They want it to be more balanced, possibly even your work and dating life balance, or the work balance you may have towards them, that whether they feel like they're getting sufficient time with you, or they're getting just the ending of the day where you're kind of overloaded, overwhelmed, things like that. So some sort of balance that they're also requesting from you that could be misunderstood. I feel like you have things to do, you have bills to pay, you have people to see, you have parents, some of you possibly even taking care of somebody, taking care of a parent, a child, and then they have to come last. This person has to come last, because you already had your priorities, and I feel like they wish for more balance. But there's also a misunderstanding where that your priorities are kind of taken at the moment. So it's something that they feel. So any more? What are some hidden thoughts about you? I feel like they think about you a lot. Like they're always daydreaming about you. They kind of even admire this time where they even get to think about you. Like they just kind of gloss over your social media or photos of you guys or memories of you guys. And they like to even be alone while they do this and think about you. They like to enjoy like memories and thoughts about you, even calling you and letting you know like, oh, I was just thinking about you and things like this. So I feel like they think about you often. They also think about like, what are you doing? Like they kind of spend a lot of their day like, what is this person doing? Where is she? What is she up to? Who gets to talk to her while I don't? Or things like that. I feel like it could come out very possessive to some people, but I feel they're just very attached to you right away. And last, we're going to go with what is some advice regarding this connection? What's some advice that our listener can have regarding this connection? Ooh, okay, we have something right away. We have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles to me is about focus and focusing on something logical and something tangible. So some advice could be focusing on kind of like what they can provide for you financially even, or something tangible, like that they're a good provider, they can stand on their 2 feet, they're logical, they're good people, just things like that. Kind of thinking of something in a very logical sense, thinking of something in a very tangible sense that can also help you in a way that can help you feel grounded in this relationship, to kind of even put some of this hard work aside, or putting this overload of information aside that you can kind of hand off to this person. So some advice could be looking at it logically, looking at it from a standpoint of how you feel around them, if you feel safe, if you feel at home with them, if you feel protected, provided for, kind of comfortable, even how your comfort level may feel. We're going to go with our coffee deck to just get one more message from our coffee deck, and we have an expertise. Okay. Expertise could be talking to somebody that's kind of an expert at this, or expert at dating, or just somebody that kind of you can mirror or reflect at the time you're going through, that you can reflect, this person's been through that. Just somebody that comes to your mind. I'm seeing talking to some sort of expert or someone you deem as an expert. We're going to take one final message card and wrap up the reading here. So we have a surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. So this is a surprise that's possibly coming for you. And this could be from this person that has a surprise for you, has a gift for you, has something kind of brewing for you that they've been planning. So kind of getting ready for that for some of you. And that's really all I'm getting for your reading, my dear listener. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer readings at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com. If you want a specific reading, kind of like this one, you can message me and let me know which reading it was or the title, and I could do the same build up or spread or questions for you, so we could get to the bottom line, what they're thinking about my listener in particular. Whoever wants that, please message me, and we can kind of set that up as a custom reading. So with that, my dear listener, please take what resonates, leave the rest, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.